Watch, I'm gonna break it now. I got parts. Parts for the Milano. I got some tie rod ends because mine were broken somehow. And for the Spider fuel sending unit because my fuel pressure. Boy, not fuel pressure. My, what is it called? Fuel gauge, level gauge. But it tells me how much gas I have. That was bad for some reason. So I got parts. German newspaper.
Manches blät en med rätt ut.
Possibly mine. It says it's a genuine toner cartridge, which is what they probably shipped it in. Yeah, boy! There it is. That's for the Spider. I'm going over to Subway to meet Ezra over there, and then we're gonna come back here and we're gonna work on my Spider. Stupid head. Ugly. So here's our problem. This sending unit is super busted.
That's your fuel gauge, like meter thing?
Yeah, that's what measures the fuel gauge. It's just
funky.
It's
just get like a normal like one that any other old car would use.
What do you mean?
Like the cylinder with the floater that slides up and down. You can't use.
No, man, this is Italian. It has to be as complicated as it can be. This has a fuel pump on it, and you can't buy this for some reason. So what we're doing, we bought a replacement sending unit or thing, whatever you want to call it. And it's right here. It's nice and new. Look at that. It's not all janky inside of there. But it doesn't have a pump because none of them have pumps. My fuel pump that we put on is supposed to suck from a decent distance. It's supposed to suck a decent distance. That's weird to say. Decent distance from the tank. It's supposed to be able to suck out of the tank. So we're plug it in out of the tank, make it go up and down all swingy like, and then if the gauge moves with it like it's supposed to, we're gonna plop it in with some fuel. I unfortunately had a completely full tank when I took the old one out, so gas was just everywhere. And my grandfather was like, "Why do you have a full tank of gas?" And I was like, "Because I haven't driven the car in months." I want to drive my car. I have horns now, but this is the only horn button I could get to work with it. And it's a Momo. It's a Momo on a Sparco, but it's the only freaking button. I have like 5 buttons. It's the only one I could get to work with it, so whatever. I think it's funny. I figured it out. So basically what happened, I'm a genius. Ezra, would you please? So at first I was looking at this old thing, and I have the colors of the wire written down here, but you can't see them because it's black paint, but I can see it because like human eye is better than a camera, or at least this particular camera. So basically I was just staring at it, seeing what it does, and it's like I said earlier, that one doesn't have a pump. So I was like, okay, which wires do I need to exterminate? Wow, that was oof. Which wires do I need to exterminate? And so I followed the ones back to the motor that I need to get rid of, because this one doesn't have a motor. So obviously, turns out it's the middle one. I'm not, just take my word for it. So I was like, boom, cut that out. It's still there, but I know which one it is, so I'll take it out later. Then I was like, okay, so the 2 that I have left are the ones that need to be like switched up. So I tried it one way, tried it the other way. Neither of them worked. I was like, what the heck? Because I originally had it grounded straight to the battery, which in my opinion, why wouldn't that work? You just need a ground to complete the circuit, right? Not in this case. Well, actually that's exactly what it does, but it like wouldn't go, because it wasn't completing the circuit because the wires weren't touching the car. So I was just grounding it to nothing. I wasn't completing any sort of circuit. Then took the ground, plugged it right on into here, right? And then Ezra, follow me. You don't have to work the thing. Just follow me. I turned on the key and watch the gauge. Ready? Oh! And I obviously I had Ezra move it around a little bit to make sure that it was accurate. So it is accurate. The only problem I have now is that this one has a little tab for the ground. A nice little tab for the ground to plug into. This one does not. So I'm gonna have to do something. There's no tab for the ground to plug into. I'm gonna have to rig up the ground to something, which isn't hard, you know, I just do whatever, put it somewhere. So yeah. Found the solution to my ground problem, Ezra, if you will, since you're such a good, this was Ezra's idea, by the way. I forgot we had these. So I wanted to like what I was gonna do, I was gonna like flatten this out. And like punch a hole in it or something so that we could put the screw through it and bolt it down, because that's what it needs to be grounded to. And Ezra was like, well, do you have those little hole things? So sure enough, boom. And that's a little big, but thankfully the washer that goes in between the bolt and, well, you know what a washer does, is big enough to hold it down. So we just pop that on the ground, and then boom, and boom, just like that. Ezra, you're a genius.
I know.
I mean, I had like the same idea, but I forgot we had these. So I mean, really, you're the genius. Thank you. I appreciate you. That's all for now. Bro, it's like to have power-assisted brakes. I just like broke my neck. Turn that off. We'll come back on the test drive. Shit. Heavy steering. Oh, I don't like it. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Love this car. Oh. It's so nice. Like, mine is not. It's not a clean car at all. Like, it's freaking dented and busted up, and it's a little rusty. It's not really rusty for what these cars go, but as these cars go, but I still love this car so much. The power assisted brakes are very nice. I don't have those in the Milano. Alright, are you ready? Watch, I'm gonna break it now. Honestly, my guy.
Look at it smiling.
Dude.
It's so happy.
You know how fast it is with a 2-liter with about 100 horsepower? Let's triple that horsepower. and then make it look really good. I need a pencil. You gotta keep up with this. Is everything we've done on my car since we've had it. Pages. There's a lot. What do we do? Fuel sender unit. Is it too late to go see Garrett?
I'll have to call him.
Ooh, yes. We might go to the Audi place. If we do, then you'll see that. If we don't, then you won't even see this. Oh, got you there. We just got done at Ezra's. Oh, look at you here. Your Christmas tree. We just got done at Ezra's, where he works at the Audi place. But I'm not gonna show you anything. I took one video, but it's kind of like the customer, you know, confidentiality thing where like I don't want to show any possible tag plates that were in there, and you know, blah 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 blah. So I'm not gonna put any of that in there, but it was very fun. I would love to work there, but you have to go to college. I ain't about to go to college for that. I'm just gonna do my own thing like this. That's my thing right there. All right.